know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, baby.
But ultimately, everybody got the same goal to live the best life you can.
For sure.
And that's why I respect anybody's beliefs. And then I'm not going to try to push my beliefs on you. As long as something that you believe gets you closer to God and being a good person to people, I support that.
Yeah. So where did the relationship advice kind of come into? Because somebody who was it? What's her name? Like what?
Atonement, man. Like let me tell you this, bruh. Like my tagline forever has been former bad guy turned good. Mm-hmm. Like when it comes to
Ace, let's get one thing straight, Ace. Don't nobody think you was once a bad guy. I want to know anybody who actually believed Ace was out here just knocking them down. Ace, the one who always gets on his little vertical thing because he on TikTok and all that and Instagram, sounding like he sounds like a bitter single mom. You, bad boy turned good. Where?
to not being what I needed to be in my previous relationships in my early 20s. Right now, I can like chalk it up to being young as fuck.
Yeah.
But at the time, you know what I'm saying? Like the way I was behaving, the way I was moving with women, it's something that I became increasingly unproud of. Mm-hmm. And so when I first started doing these videos, it was me talking to myself in the phone. Like if I put my phone up right now, when I'm recording a video, I see myself. Yeah. And so it was me giving advice to myself to where hopefully I can live up to that projection that I wanted, right? Yeah. And so that's where it comes from, man. It's not that I've been necessarily...
Are you telling me the videos when you're in front of camera saying that you deserve better, just because you have a daughter, does that mean that he shouldn't pick you? He should actually want you more than a lady who doesn't have a daughter. Just because you're 50, ma'am, doesn't mean your JJ don't work. You can still have that baby. You're telling me when you was doing videos like that, you was giving yourself advice or you was talking to yourself? He gotta be talking about other videos because, you know, I'm not gonna go deep dive into this man's channel. I'm not gonna do that. Just give me a headache. You have to be talking about videos way back because it could not have been within 3 to 4 years. It couldn't have been during that time, right?
Nah, niggas been, I was hurt a couple times, but it doesn't come from a place of someone did me wrong. Yeah. It comes from a place of I used to do wrong and I don't want to do wrong no more. These are the lessons I'm learning in order to not be wrong. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Are you poly?
No. Well,
gay.
I'm not poly in the sense that I want 2 active, full relationships.
What do you mean?
I don't want multiple girlfriends.
What do you want?
I want one girlfriend, one wife, with whom we can explore sexual relationships with other people.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
When you say with other people, you saying she can explore other dinguses as well? Is that what he's saying? How do you pander your way into being gay? That's what I just heard. Well, okay, wait, maybe he's not talking about that. Maybe he's talking about him and his lady both sleeping with other women. Maybe that's what he's talking about. I will give you that. Maybe you're saying that, but let's keep going.
I can hear the comments now.
Uh-huh.
Can she explore other relationships with other men?
Other men?
Yeah.
I ain't got that far yet.
So,
okay.
But
okay,
the older I get, the less opposed to it I am. It depends.
On?
The arrangement.
So you're dating this girl and she says, hey, I want to venture off. I seen a dude that, you know, I gave him, I'm being full transparent. I gave him my number. I know what is.
In my mind, let's back it up. In my mind, I'm thinking about a sex party. I'm not thinking about that deep. Like if me, now I'm thinking about in terms of being
Don't you speak about God? I could have sworn this gap tooth nigga speak about God. Is this the same guy, right, who be saying getting it right with God? Like what God are you talking about? Because I could have sworn what you just said, which is a sex party, he burnt that whole village down. There's a bunch of devils running around. A bunch of devils running around bringing black chocolatey women with great beautiful afros down with them. That's what I just heard. Ooh boy, you going somewhere. You going somewhere. It ain't where Jesus at.
In a relationship where you comfortable, you got trust or whatever. Yeah. We go to a sex party, you go your way, I go my way.
Gross.
Then I'm not tripping, but I don't know if I'm getting to that point.
But you're good where you could go to a sex party and you go one way.
See, I be too worried about who I'm to worry about who she
Gay. He's so gay. He's gonna gay. You can't say that and talk about the Lord.
That don't make sense to
No,
me.
yes, it do make sense.
Make it make
No, it
sense.
don't.
I'm over here. I want to enjoy my too. So I'm more worried about that than I am about what you're doing over there. If that was part of our agreement.
You know, you spoke about it before, and the thing about most men, and I'm speaking to me at one point in my life, it wasn't that I cared what another woman did, but if I'm giving you a version of me that a lot of people aren't getting, women, I don't want another man to have what I want. You know what I'm saying? And there's a control that you feel like you're mine, and that's not fair.
Okay, well, this is the honest part. I've never experienced a threesome or a open side where there was another man involved with any woman I was talking to. Okay. I've never knowingly experienced that.
Okay.
You're lying. And you're a piece of shit.
But I will say I've gotten to a point in my previous relationship where I felt like we were so comfortable and locked in that the sexual aspect was important to us, but it wasn't the most important thing. And I'm not gonna lie, I felt that it would have been fair if I'm allowed to do my thing, that if she did her thing a little bit, I wouldn't have tripped that much on it. Now the ratio would have had to be like 5-1.
Yeah. But how would
I get 5 to her 1? Something got to balance this out.
Yeah.
But
And you ain't gonna be able to balance out that out her breath. You're not gonna be. Nope. This is y'all boy. This is your king. This is the guy that's running around telling black women and other women, I guess, mainly black women. This is the guy running around telling them how to get with guys and what type the guys get with and what they should accept. This guy, the man who want to run around and enjoying eyes wide shut parties. He's actually waiting for Diddy to invite him. That's what he just said. He's waiting for Diddy to call him. He's probably upset that Diddy has got caught now because he's like, Jesus Christ, I missed out with Diddy and Jeffrey. Who am I supposed to find now? He's looking and he's stalking. If he would got too much money, y'all, he would try to replace Diddy and Jeffrey. I said it. Allegedly, maybe all that I said allegedly. So if you don't get mad at me. Oh God. He said he's all right. You and your lady split up at a nasty eyes wide shut party. Herpes. That's all I hear all over. Man, that gap you got was a gap of shame. That's what that was.
we're gonna have to talk about because but go ahead, my bad.
keep going?
Nah, but it's mainly because Cam, I mean, this is to your I just do some freaky shit. So like this stuff, the other man stuff is I'm not gonna say it's entry level freaky shit, but it's not like if you in the freaky community, it's not that far-fetched if you're actually in the freaky community.
Yeah.
I've never done it.
That's facts.
Yeah.
But look, bro.
That ain't freaky. That's part of LGBTQI plus community. That's LGBTQI plus community stuff. Cause me, myself, I'm nasty. I'm nasty. But if you brought that up to me, I ain't gonna lie to you, I might have a lady with a black eye. I'm just being honest with you. If you brought that up to me, you might have a black eye or you might have to just leave. Like take your stuff and leave. Well, actually, even when you get that black eye, you're gonna have to leave. So you might leave with your stuff or leave with your stuff and more. I got triggered.
Do you feel like I'm judging you?
Nah, but people, that's what, I just wanted to tell people in the comments, because I know people gonna see this, that when people do freaky shit, like couples do freaky shit, this part is not even on the top level of freaky shit.
I think what's important to have this conversation, and while we're having what was so intriguing about having this conversation with you was being that I think we need to normalize first having the comfort level to be transparent.
Yeah.
Like before the act of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like there's not a lot of people, oh my God, I married my best friend or I'm with my best friend. It's like, no, do you really know her type?
Yeah.
Do you really know his type? Do you really know when he's triggered? Do you really know when she's venturing off? Like when she's wandering, wandering, you know what I mean? Like all these different things, like you give the title of best friend, but it's not backed by merit or action because y'all aren't best friends. Y'all are just roommates.
Yeah.
And those conversations need to happen.
But is that now go back to my side, is that the reason I agree with somewhat of my openness to it. Now, again, I ain't never did it. My openness to it was at the tail end of my last relationship. I'm like, listen, we are probably better partners than we are romantic partners. We are probably better friends. You know what I'm saying? I had that realization. And I ain't gonna lie, I was open to, because you gotta think, you got business tied in. When you build the foundation on so many different pillars, then I was open to the idea of, you know, being open. You get what I'm saying? So when you talk about,
He gotta stop saying this, yo. It just get, oh God, he gotta stop. I will never look at him the same because he's not just like a normal simp anymore or panderer. He's different.
am I poly? It's not that I'm poly in the sense of,
Yes, you are.
I don't know. Let me not get the definitions where I want multiple relationships, but I can entertain an open relationship. I'll say that. And I like it because if that person is honest in monogamy, I feel like they would be honest in openness. So as long as we honest with each other, we transparent with each other, I get to around and do what I need to do or what I want to do. You do what you want to do discreetly within our rules or whatever. But we otherwise better good partners. We fit our lives together. We can work in business. We can parent cool. I ain't really tripping on that because here's the thing. People be doing it anyway.
Yeah, they do.
They do it anyway. And that's not the reason I would do it.
That's the deceit.
But people will judge a person that says, okay, I'm open to openness, thinking that your relationship is closed. And it ain't. You just don't know about it.
For sure.
So
You think that's the same thing? Listen here, you gap tooth heifer. That is not the same thing. Me being tricked by the other person is not me just accepting open relationships or a lady being cheated on by a guy. It's not the same thing. It's you knowing, that when you kiss this person, you taste like breath. You knowing that, and it's not yours. That's the part, it's not yours. You can't give your lady fellatio because you knowing that there was another dingus inside there. It wasn't yours. You're rolling the dice with so many different things. I pray you don't do it in Texas. Was it Dallas or Houston? Whichever one. I don't know which place it is. It's just where the thing, it was skyrocketing. This is who they listen to. This is the guy who also tried to talk about God. The amount of laws that he's saying that he's already breaking, they would have definitely, joking of course, or am I, stoned him. Him and the lady. Both of them got all them rocks. All headshots too.
Is that the reason why you're no longer Jehovah's Witness?
nah, the reason I'm no longer Jehovah's Witness is because, you know, and it's gonna sound bad saying it, but I'm gonna say it. It's because I like the me I am now.
Oh,
And
God.
honestly, if me living in my truth is the reason why I don't go to heaven and I go to hell, then all right.
Big screen. He's going. You going with gasoline draws on. Because you do know, Mr. Gap Teeth. We got it. If you know the rules, once you know the rules, you can't use ignorance no more, my friend. You've been told the rules. And you said, I don't want to do the rules. I want to go to Eyes Wide Shut parties with Diddy. That's who you are. This right here is actually sad and disgusting. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. If I Cam Newton, I would have signaled security to sit in the room with me because I ain't gonna lie, you're crazy. I might say something, you might get upset, and you know, like, because if you look at his face, he looks like a cat. He looked like he looked like he'll attack at you. But it's just, this is the truth, y'all. That was wild. I did not know that this man could pander his way into being like part of the LGBTQI plus community. How do you do that? That's a different level. Derek Jackson didn't even have that in him, or that other guy named Poppy or whatever. You know, the guy they say went to jail and everything. He got no eyes. That guy. None of them could pander their way into the LGBTQI plus community except for him. It's like, oh yeah, man, I believe in the Lord and everything about the Lord, but I got to be with all these women and letting my woman mess with guys and then come back to me and I mess with her. I'm disgusted and triggered, all of it. Like, I gotta go take a bath now because that was disgusting. But hey, yo, I just want everybody to know that's who they was listening to. Women, I want y'all to know that's who y'all listening to. Don't just stop listening now. I want you to know he's already in you. You already been infested with Mr. Teeth craziness. You've been infested. It's too late. You can't turn back now. I said we don't allow him to come back either. Look at everybody who is subscribed to them. Shame on. Shame.
Oh, you didn't know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, baby.